peace, Islam, Hotep, Namaste. My name is Aset Mayat Edu Bey. It is once again my pleasure to welcome you all into my humble abode, as I wish you peace and love to all my gods and goddesses, those who know they are gods and goddesses, and those who are yet to come into the knowledge that they are gods and goddesses. I bring you peace and love. This is part 2 of our Culture and Refinement production series entitled The 7 Units. Once again, entitled The 7 Units, I would like to thank you all for listening to me on part 1 last week. Continue to listen as I bring you now part 2 of Culture and Refinement, The 7 Units. Thank you so much as we support each other in this day and time of the new spiritual energy. Our 7 units are: number 1, how to sew, how to sew. Number 2, how to cook. That will be number 2, how to prepare a beautiful meal for yourself, your husband, and your family. And brothers, you can watch as well. Men, you're welcome to listen as well and gain new insight, understanding, and ideas as well. So we thank you. Point number 3 would be how to clean. How to clean. That would mean how to clean your home, physical, mental, spiritual. All these things comes with the proper mindset. And that would be point number 3, how to clean. 4, how to take care of your children. That's very important in this day and time, especially. Point number 4, how to take care of your children. I will be going into point number 4 today. And we'll get back to that soon. Point number 5 would be how to take care of your husband or your consort, your male companion. For sisters and for our brothers, the men, for your wife or your female consort and children. That will be point number 5. Point number 6, how to act at home, the wider community, how you conduct yourself, how one carries themselves, physical again, mental, spiritual, in the wider communities, our wider communities. Point number 7 would be how to act abroad, that means outside of the country. You know, we as Moors, we were worldwide travelers. We traveled the 7 seas. We showed the Europeans how to come here. So once again, it's an honor as a Moorish American as we learn the 7 units together. So I want to expound, as I said before, on point number 4 of how to take care of the children. But I just want to also remind us about what Noble Ali told us, some of the things and what he did. He came to uplift fallen humanity, and on the front of the questionnaire, the Quran questions for Moorish Americans, we see he is holding the woman. He's holding the woman in his arms, Noble Ali. I've had this pamphlet for about, let's say about 7, 8 years now since I've been a Moorish American. Came into the knowledge of a Moorish American back in 2006, I believe. So it's been about 7 or 8 years now. First, as a follower of Elijah Muhammad, he was in the temple as well, and we all come together in unity. He also said that 75% of the teachings are for the woman, because we as women are the first teachers. We birth male and female children, and so it all depends on the mindset. First years of the lives of children to the 6-year-old is really reserved for the woman to teach the child, but she has to be in a proper mindset, because we are the raisers of the children. And then from ages 6 and beyond, which is how our ancestors ruled, the men will come in and teach and take over, especially the young men in the families. That will guarantee your success as far as raising the children. in ancient civilization. That's what we must come back to now. Back to the home. Back to our base. This is where we must take it back to. So this is the picture once again of Double Draw Lee holding the woman. 75% teachings for the women, y'all. So sisters got to come out of that corporate mindset back into the home. Because if you don't want to, you're going to be forced soon in a few days. We see the stage is already being made. So let's get to our point number 4 of how to take care of children. The first I started, I said I want to teach the sewing part of how to sew first. But then ancestors guided me and they say, no, Sister Offset, you're going to have to do the take care of the children. We want you to start there. Because that is your base and that is where your background is. And this week, there are a lot of things that's been going on as far as children was concerned. I think when I did the first series of this Cultural Refinement series, it was early, I believe Friday morning, the same time as it is now, and that's when the shootings took place, a little bit later, as I was wrapping up this video early Friday morning. The first one I did last week, and that's when I found out that there had been some shootings later on that morning. And there were children, I think altogether 28 people killed. 20 of them were children, I believe, if I'm correct. So once again, we see some more children's lives are taken. And also there was a situation that happened that got me very angry as well this week. Obama got angry too, again for a second time. He got angry with the shootings up in Connecticut. And I got angry again the second time right with them when there was a situation that happened up down in Virginia at a daycare. And at this particular daycare, there were some children that they found out quite a big percentage-wise that they had been sexually assaulted. Some of them had been. Some of them had been mishandled wrong. Just mishandled, slapped around, if you want to call it that. Just mishandled. For preschoolers, children that have no defense, can't defend themselves at all. And the thing that really got me upset was most of the personnel that they selected to watch over these children while their parents are away fighting them in the military, or if they're under guardianship of the parents while they worked, or a person that was taking care of them, a guardian while they worked at the military base or outside of that military base. None of the personnel, from what if I read correctly, I remember, none of them, most of the personnel that they hired were not even given background checks. And when they did finally do the background checks, they found that the majority of the people had felonies. They had really, really bad felonies where they had been done jail time for sexually assaulting children, also mishandling children, all these type of things on their record. But some type of way, these people were allowed to be caretakers of these young innocent babies and toddlers. So this really made me angry along with Obama, because I consider myself a child advocate, educator, public schools for about 10 to 12 years. And now I'm on my own and teaching our community and helping all youth and all those, especially our young girls and our young children that do need help. So I've always had to go through background checks. I have no felonies, never hurt children, love teaching children of all ages, taught special ed, education, regular education, kindergarten up through high school. And I just love, teaching youth. Love being around my family, my grandchildren. Love all kinds of children. So never failed a background check. So I had nothing to worry about in that situation. So I'm just wondering why they didn't go through these extensive background checks if they want to teach. That's what I'm saying. Why are they just letting all kinds of people in when it comes to teaching our children? All children. And there's all by design a lot of these things are taking place. And we're going to get into that before I shut this video down. But this type of thing is really very, very upsetting, because Jesus said, suffer the little children to come unto me. Can't even get into the kingdom of heaven on this earth, and then when you pass over spiritually, you can't even get into the kingdom of heaven for harming a child. Because a child has that purity and that innocence about themselves. No one should want to harm a child. And like I said, I've been passionate this all my whole life about teaching, and it just really makes me mad and angry. So something must really absolutely be done about this situation. So with all my heart and my soul, I put into it to make sure that all children are protected and other people should also feel the same way too. But everyone doesn't, but it is something that's going to have to be dealt with now, especially in our own communities. No more sweeping these things under the rug and acting like these things are not happening in our communities, because they are, and the situation has to be dealt with. And that's what we do as Moorish Americans. We're building a community, and all of these things must be addressed. So taking care of children is very, very important, and one of the aspects is solutions for daycares and what has to be done. But now we're going to have to go into the home. There'll be a lot of homeschooling. I'm doing some of that now, teaching in the community, helping children. A lot of homeless children around here as well. College students, I read the other day, it's about 1 million altogether. Most of them are our color, they're Negro, black, and colored, our people who are homeless, the highest rates. So these are things that must be dealt with now as we build our nation and reform our people that do want true culture and refinement. So this is just another aspect of how to take care of our children. Very important, though, who people, whether they're women or men, let take care of their children. A lot of sisters, they be careful people that they be around. Men as well, you have to really protect your children, have a system in place where they'll know different signs and things that they'll know when they're out, when they're old enough to be out, how they can get in touch with you if they see they're in danger around certain individuals. Because this thing is going on every aspect of society, not just in schools, churches. It's going on everywhere. The shootings last week, we saw children killed, and really it's being done, most of it is being done by design. People basically, negative energy people want to harness children's energies. That's what they're doing. They're harnessing children's energy to deal with this dark matter that is encompassing the earth. They're taking advantage of it in a negative, very, very satanic way. I've got to say that. So speak truth. So we're going to come back with this topic for next week, and we'll delve more into the situation. But that's what the ancestors wanted me to set up, talk about for the next coming weeks. Center it among the children. Take care of your children. And then we'll delve on into other parts of the 7 units from that aspect. And also I want us to remember the next 2 days coming up. We're all dealing with the new energy that's here. But tomorrow is a very special day as well, because the earth is going through the changes that happen every 12,000 or so years. And it's a good time to reflect and to meditate tomorrow. The earth is going through a transformation. There will be no real ending of the earth as everyone's thinking. And that's just something that was presented as propaganda. So, but there will be, of course, earth changes. Earth is changing, and we should be changing with it. So, but that's what's going on now. And also the 22nd, make sure you take that 8 minutes out to reflect and meditate on what you like to do with 2013 and beyond, physically, mentally, and spiritually, to get to the 4th, 5th dimension now, because the earth is transitioning into the higher dimensions, and you want to change with it. We all do. So that's going to wrap it up for me for about now, and I hope this part was very informative. If you have any questions, comments, you can do it as you've done last week. Like the lessons, and continue to watch. And also any questions or anything you want to talk about, you can also hit me up at my instructor website, moabitisinstructor.net. Moabitis 104 at instructor, instructor.net. Moabitis 104 at instructor.net. So once again, we're going to end this portion of our lessons. And once again, I want to wish you all a peaceful morning. Peace, Hotep, Islam, Namaste. Have a blessed morning. Peace and love.